Hello everyone, my name is Elemental158 and welcome back to the Talos Principle. So, this is going to be a little bit different. It's actually going to be more of a half episode that's going to be uploaded directly after episode 4, where we went to Area 5 and 4. So, if you haven't seen that, go do that right now. But, like I said in episode 4, if you haven't watched it, I did not look at any of the terminals, and my friend who had originally recommended this game said that I need to read the terminals. So here I am in a separate video in episode 4.5, and going to go through. Let's see. So from Area 2 all the way up to 5, I'm going to be reading every single terminal that I find there. So, before this episode gets a little bit too long in the beginning, let's go. Alright, here we are in Area 2. There are 2 terminals here. First one's right here. So, let's see what we have here. List. Access COM portal. Okay. Yeah, run the troubleshooter. Hello, guest. Is there something you'd like help with today? Yes, about Milton Library Assistant. The MLA program is designed to facilitate user interaction with the resource library. This is achieved by providing powerful sorting and troubleshooting functionalities, delivered via an intuitive human language interface. Okay, what about troubleshooting? I think you'd like help assessing network functions. The most common cause of network problems is holding insufficient account privileges. Okay. Admin. QWERTY. Trust no one. Okay, too many failed attempts. Yeah, create a new admin account. Please take a moment to prove you are not a bot. You will now be asked for a series of inputs. To cohere with data protection legislation, you must consent to have your responses used to develop a broad psychometric profile. Raw response data will be deleted immediately. Your profile will only be made available to other administrators. Generating Okay, please complete all fields. Please answer quickly and instinctively. Time is a factor in this assessment. Okay. 2 plus 2 equals 4. What is your subjective reaction to this inner image? Face. What best describes a person? A human being. You're walking through the desert and come across a thirsty traveler. His eyes bulge from slow dehydration. You have water, but you're not sure how far it is to the next oasis. What do you do? What am I doing in the desert? Okay. I will receive a notification when part 2 has been generated. Okay, go to Ian. EML. Oh, it's an email. Okay. My first day at the Institute for Applied Nomadics. On the way to work, I'm terrified. What if they don't like me? What if they're all geniuses and I'm a complete buffoon? Maybe they're just kidding about letting me work there. Trembling, I walk in, and right at the entrance there's a life-size poster of Jeff Goldblum. What the hell? Then I get it. Institute for Applied Nomadics. Ian. Dr. Ian Malcolm from the Jurassic Park movies. Jeff Goldblum. Dr. Sarabhai shows up, smiling. We were trying to find a cool acronym back when the Institute was founded, she says. INAN, IAPN, INAPNO. It all sounded stupid, and we didn't just want to call it Ian because, well, that's a name. Then someone made a joke about calling it Jeff, and it kind of stuck. So we're officially called Ian, but if you hear anyone referring to Jeff, that's our internal name, I guess. I know, bloody geeks. After that conversation, I wasn't so scared anymore. Okay, so that's interesting. Can all companies please figure out acronyms in that same way? That's just amazing. So, next, Athena analysis. Novel's first sentence, she woke up in an impossible place knowing nothing. Signifies more than the beginning of another amnesia-based mystery, though we should not go so far as to read the entire work as an allegory. Rather, while taking the science fictional novice at the core of the narrative at face value, we should corrupted. Having no inherent knowledge of the nature of the world, forced to rely on what we are told by others and what our own, subjective, flawed, limited senses tell us, blah 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 blah. I'm wondering if that's hexadecimal. Social reality, belief, and objective reality, matter, came into conflict. When, in Chapter 16, A Second Awakening in the Kingdom of Artemis, the protagonist questions her mentor on the... what? A more meaningful interpretation can only be achieved through synthesis of... They're all... okay. Talos principle. Whether it is true that Daedalus constructed the giant Talos, or as others say, he was the creation of Hephaestus, what we may be certain of is that he was made of bronze, and he had but one vein, within which flowed a liquid substance like blood, which some claim was quicksilver, and others assert was ichor such as flows in the veins of the gods. The loss of that liquid caused him to die, as a man dies when he loses his blood. May we not then say that Talos, though created as a machine or a toy, had all the essential properties of man? He moved of his own volition. He spoke and could be spoken to, had wishes and desires. Included in the tale of the Argonauts, that was the cause of his downfall. If, then, a machine may have all the properties of a man, and act as a man while driven only by the ingenious plan of its construction and the interaction of its materials according to the principles of nature, then does it not follow that man may also be seen as a machine? This contradicts all the schools of metaphysics, yet even the most faithful philosopher cannot live without his blood. You're not wrong there. So those are all those. We have all of them here. And there's one more in this area. I am going to go back and see if there's part 2. Actually, I know there's a part 2, because if you remember, back in episode 2, I said that I had already tried to record this and it failed. So, let's see, where is it? Ah, here it is. I think. Yeah, here it is. Alright. Okay. Error log. That day I oft remember when from sleep I first awakened and found myself reposed under a shade on flowers, which wondering where and what I was, hence thither brought and how. That's weird. The human machine. Topic number 3. One day you discover that you are not a human being, but a machine. Your life so far was real. No one controlled you or programmed you to behave in some specific way. Your physical and mental capabilities are identical to those of an organic human being. But you were created in a lab. No one except you knows about this. Your family, your friends, they all think you are a regular human being like themselves. You can continue to live your life the way you have before and nothing would change. How do you react? Pay specific attention to these questions. Does your concept of yourself change? Are you the same person you thought you were? Does your understanding of the world itself change? Do you reveal the information to others, or do you keep it to yourself? Why? 1,500 to 2,000 words. The 26th is the final deadline. No extensions will be granted. Submit via email or blah 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 blah. Okay. Still don't really know what this is talking about. So are we a human being who is in a computer simulation, or are we a computer simulation that thinks we're human? Who knows? ARGH Solutions email. From Bob. All these calm people are driving me mad. Have they all turned into Buddha or something? I didn't know the world had such reserves of serenity. Though these latter-day Gautamas are at least being somewhat realistic. You know what's even worse? Those paranoid nutters who are building bunkers and collecting guns. What are they gonna do? Shoot? Shoot what? Though I have to admit the overall response have been much better than I ever anticipated, to the point where I might be moved by the beauty of humanity if I wasn't such a grumpy old fart. This minority of total idiots is really messing up my final days. Anyway, the reason I'm writing is because I refuse to believe in scenarios with absolutely no solutions. If we all put our heads together, we can figure something out. It'll be crazy, but crazy is better than dead. Crazy what we do best on this planet. Got a point there. Alright, that's everything there. AO2 Extra. Okay. Back over to that little terminal. To that other terminal. I wonder if there's still anything over here. Yeah, there's this guy. Still don't really know what he does. If any of you can think of something, let me know in the comments. Alright. Okay, exit, I guess. I'm gonna come back to this because I think part 2 is something else. I guess whenever there's an eye on one of them, there's something new. Okay, to Area 3. Hello, terminal. This is the only terminal that I know of in this area. So, that's all we're gonna do. Oh, part 2 of the certification program. Okay. Yes, begin. Since all human beings are persons, and some human beings have psychological capabilities similar to animals, some animals are therefore persons. No. A person is under no authority other than that to which they consent. So wait, what? So in other words, you only have power if someone gives you the power? Or... yeah, I guess. The quality of life of persons ought to be maximized. Yes. Value is discovered. Sure. Persons deserve the talents they were born into. Yeah, they should. The liberty of persons ought to be maximized. Yes, they should. Value is created. I don't know, I guess if value is discovered, then by extension, when you discover value, then in a way you create that value, so I guess agree. The certification process is now complete. You will receive a notification when your user profile has been generated. Okay. Okay. AI feedback. Email. We keep discussing what an artificial intelligence would mean to us, and how it would change our understanding of the world. That's a great topic, and I think we've covered it extensively. What we've barely mentioned, though, is the other side of the coin. I mean, our lives would still be what they were before, AI or no AI. The question I think we should discuss, even if it's all completely hypothetical, is the perspective of the artificial intelligence itself. What would it be like to be that creature, to suddenly come into being, created by others as an experiment, to have all the information about yourself, to know exactly how you function? What would you think about the world? Would you see meaning, beauty? How would you judge humanity? Where would you see yourself fitting into the grand scheme of things? I think we should try to put ourselves into the shoes of such a being. Dear Alexandra, thank you for your feedback, but this is a philosophy course, not science fiction. And that's why I almost gave up on my studies. What? Okay, team leads. We're blessed to have so many people contributing to this project, but we've got to make sure everyone's on the same page. Please refer to the following people when blah 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 blah. Alexandra Drennan. Project lead, AI module. Nadia, Institute Coordinator. Rob, EL Software. Trevor, EL Hardware. George, Generation Module. Alan, Scenario Module. Rob, Simulation Module. Radia, Who Knows. Aurora, Link Hardware. Omar, Link Software. Whoever, Lanning, Maintenance Module. J.E. Harrison, Diagnostic something. Frank Natai, Memory Module. Jared V. Shmilev, File Systems, I guess. Sun Wei Yang, Talos Unit. It's peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time. Wei Yang, Wei Yang, Wei Yang, Wei Yang. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. Though not directly part of our project, the archive team is sharing both physical and digital space with us. If there are any technical issues to resolve, please contact their project lead, Arkady Chernyshevsky. Don't worry, he's nice. Okay. Stratton of Stygeria. It's an article of some kind. Stratton of Stygeria was a Greek materialistic philosopher associated with the Peripatetic school. An admirer of Aristotle, he was a proponent of empiricism and a fierce critic of philosophy that placed belief before observable truths. Though unpopular with many of his peers for his often acerbic personal manner, his commentaries on Aristotle were considered an important work. Much of his writing was lost in the destruction of the Library of Alexandria. Okay. I guess that's everything in Area 3, because I really don't know where anything else is. It looks like this is a giant sundial now that I look at it. It's very interesting. So, that is... what is this? Area 3? Yeah. Huh. Okay, to Area 4, and... actually, let me check how long the video has been going. Okay, so it looks like... we have reached the end of the episode. Looks like I'm going to be splitting up this terminal thing into 2 parts. The next part will go up tomorrow. So this is going to be like a half episode for this, and the next one is going to be a half episode for the next thing. I will not be going into any new terminals in the episodes until I catch up on the previous terminals. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this episode on the Talos Principle. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see more. And let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know how I can improve. I'm still very new to this. But until next... But I guess I will see you all in the next video. Bye!